You want to know what 11 sneaky, low-down, dirty, nasty, horrible things narcissists do in divorce? By the end of this video, you're going to have all 11. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung. I am an attorney. I practiced in the area of divorce for a long time. I am also a narcissist negotiation expert and an author. And on this channel, I help you negotiate with narcissists in a way that is powerful and shifts the dynamic so that you are the one who is finally driving the outcome. And if that's what you want, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. All right. So let's talk about the 11 sneaky things that narcissists do in divorce. So first of all, before we get to that, you need to understand something about narcissists. And that is that with a narcissist, you're either for them or against them. And if they find out that you're against them, once you're into that discard phase, then you become public enemy number one. And now they need to take you down. And the other thing that you need to understand is that they get narcissistic supply from jerking you around. So while you might think, what is it that they want? I'll just give it to them. What they want is to jerk you around. They get supply from that. And so when you just say, I'll just give it to them, what you're basically saying is, I want this over. And if you're trying to make it be over, then you're trying to say, I'm going to take away a source of supply from them, which they don't want to happen. Get it? So that's why that option of just giving them whatever it is that they want and walking away is really an illusion. It's a trick because they will constantly move goalposts and do all sorts of things because they get supply from jerking you around and intimidating you and, making the process a nightmare for you. So that's why you have to kind of approach it from a different angle. And that's what I teach you in my SLAY methodology, which stands for strategy and leverage and anticipating and focusing on you. So remember, they're difficult people anyway. They thrive on conflict anyway, even in regular life. And so when you're dealing with it in a divorce situation, you are now dealing with whoever they were on a regular basis, but on steroids. They're like 50,000 times worse. So they want to take you down before you can take them down. They want to expose you and make you look bad before you can make them look bad. It becomes this massive, huge game to them. All right. So what kinds of things do they do? Well, I mean, it ain't good. Let's just say that. But let's go through a few of their favorites. Number one is they will lie. They're going to lie about anything. They're going to lie about everything. They're going to lie about stuff they don't even need to lie about. They're going to lie about stuff that's readily verifiable. You will be saying to yourself, how are they getting away with this? And the thing that I want you to remember is that the only person that can hold them accountable is the judge. No one else. There's no, magical fairies that come out or stormtroopers that come out in your living room that go, hey, you're not supposed to do that. So, when you say, how are they getting away with this? You have to remember, okay, well, who can hold this person accountable? Only the judge. And how do you get the judge to hold this person accountable? Well, you do that through filing a motion and setting it for hearing or something like that. So the only other way other than that you can get them to do something that you want them to do is through actually creating leverage and letting them feel threatened, letting them feel like they're going to be exposed in some way in the negotiation process. But anyway, I'm digressing. Anyway, here we are. So they will lie. They're going to lie. They're going to lie in motions. They're going to lie in pleadings. They're going to lie in depositions. They're going to lie to the court. They're going to lie to the lawyers. They're going to lie to mediators. They're going to lie about everything. Don't be surprised when they lie. Just like, oh, yeah, there they are lying, and then use it to your advantage. You can use it to your advantage. When they go and lie like that, you're going to go, yay, thank you. Thank you very much, because that will become part of your leverage. Got it? All right. And by the way, if you know that they are big, fat, hairy liars, give me a total liars in the comments right now. All right. Ready for number two? Number two is they will obstruct. They will withhold information. They will not give you the financial documents that they're supposed to, or they'll give you some of them, or they'll give you all the months except July. It's so annoying, but that's what they will do. I know it's crazy, but you know, they just do that just to annoy you or to withhold information or to try to hide information, or they want to make you work for it and they want it to cost you more money. So that's number two. Number three is they will manipulate text messages, emails. I've seen people, where the narcissist will send a confirmation email for an agreement that, obviously didn't take place. So annoying, right? They will twist everything you do or say. All right. And I want you to remember that everything you put your hand to is a potential trial exhibit. So if you don't want to see it again, do not hit send, do not push post or whatever it is. And if you want more on how to respond powerfully to text messages, definitely check out my video on kick-ass responses to narcissist texts for sure. All right. Ready? Number four. Number four sneaky things narcissists do in divorce is they use threats and intimidation tactics. They're going to say things they want to trigger you. They know how to trigger you. So they're going to say things like, you're never going to see your kids again. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to accuse you of this. I'm going to make sure that you have no money and you're living on the streets. They know what your worst fears are, so they push on those. They want to trigger you. All right, just don't fall into that. I mean, most of the time when I was talking to clients on a regular basis, I would be spending a lot of my time dispelling myth. 95% of the time, their threats are just a bunch of crap. Just remember that. All right, number five. Line up flying monkeys. Oh, yes, especially the coverts. You know how they love them, some flying monkeys. Yes, they do. And they love to fly, get those flying monkeys to believe all of their lies and how great they are and how horrible you are and smear you. It's part of the whole smear campaign thing. And I do have a whole video on how to shut down a narcissist smear campaign. If you want to check that out, you can. Number six is they will use the court system as a sword, file all kinds of stuff, which leads me to number seven, which is they will file unnecessary motions. This is part of using the court system as the sword. They will just file all kinds of stuff to drive you absolutely insane and make sure you're spending lots of money and you're always on the defense and you feel like you're a turtle on your back with their foot on you, right? Number eight, they will use children as pawns. This is the one that's like super sad, and I'm sorry to hear all the time, and I'm sorry to see when it happens, because that's, the children are innocent victims in this, and they are not thinking about what's in the best interest of the children when they do that. So that's number eight. Number nine is that they will hide money and assets. A lot of times they've been doing that for a long time, even before the divorce started, or they will move things, or they'll put things in other people's names, or they will take cash and put it in different places, or they'll put cash with someone that they trust. Cash is hard to track down, but most of the time other monies are not as hard to track down. And a lot of times, by the way, there's not as much hidden money as you might think. You become so paranoid because they've done so much to you that you think that it's a lot worse than it is. So hopefully that makes you feel better. Next one is number 10. Number 10 is that they will ignore court orders. And again, this is where you're going to be saying, how are they getting away with this? And again, it's like, if they do that, let's say they're ordered to produce a document by a certain date, according to the court. Or let me give you a different one. Let me say that they're supposed to pay child support on the first of the month, and now it's the second, third, fourth, or fifth of the month, and it hasn't been paid. You're sitting in your house going, how are they getting away with this? I want you to think that through, because the reason they got away with it so far at that point was because no one would know about it that needs to know about it, because the only person that needs to know about that is the judge. So when they ignore court orders, you need to file something to let the judge know that they ignored the court order. You know, whether it's a motion for contempt or a motion to compel or a show cause to, you know, should they be held in contempt, something, you know, whatever needs to be filed in your particular court. And sometimes there's different languaging in different courts, but if they do that, you just need to let the courts know. Don't let them get away with it. Even if you file whatever you need to file and the hearing doesn't get set for 3 months or whatever, don't let them get away with it. You have to stay on them. You are conditioning them on how to treat you. So that's number 10. You ready for number 11? This is the last one. And this is by no means a comprehensive list, by the way. I'm quite sure that all of you guys are going to say that there's lots more. And you can definitely go ahead and comment below other ones that you've seen too. All right, ready for number 11? Number 11 is stalking, threats of violence, actual violence. Just remember that everything that you do or say can be used against you, and probably will be if you are dealing with a narcissist. Unfortunately, as I said, they're big, fat, hairy liars. If you are dealing with a narcissist in divorce and you're getting ready to negotiate with them, grab my free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet at winmynegotiation.com and join my free private Facebook group for support, because you are not alone. Don't do this alone. You don't have to do this alone. It's Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. And I'm so glad that you stopped by my channel. Please always remember that today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. You got this. Never give in, never give up. You only fail when you stop trying. All right. And I'll see you in the next video.